Good evening. In my previous post, let me put the lightning on, hallelujah. Oh, that didn't work. Wait, here. There we go. In my previous short post, I said that I was having eye surgery tomorrow, and I had to prepare. But you know what? This is important. I'm not going to stop because of that. I can do it in another half hour. I want to keep going. The show must go on, and too many of you have been consistent. Wonderful. Shared your comments, shared your messenger, so you can disregard the other post, and here I am, live and in living color. I do want to finish chapter 20, and that's the big reason. I always complete a task, as I told you. I do not like loose ends. And I'm going to be fine. It's just having something taken off my eye. But I was having to do some other things in the process to get ready. But then I said, no, you are caring. You people want this. The ones who are tuning in all the time, you are with me. And I'm not going to disappoint. Tomorrow is different. I will be wearing a patch on my eye. I don't want to look like Pirates of the Caribbean. But tomorrow night we will not. But for those of you who are still interested, this is going to happen. It's Tuesday, May 17th at a little late, 5 minutes to 6, but I'm here, and I thank you. So, where I left off yesterday the chapter was brilliant. I was angry and hated myself. All right, it'll pass. So the other thing was, here's where we're going to start. Let me back up a tad, and we are going to complete this tonight. I'm so glad. I have a work ethic. I said when I complete something, I complete it. I am not going to give up. I don't change my MO, and unless I had laryngitis or unless something really happened, I'm going on and do this because you matter. You care. Every one of you. Whether you lock on, you watch now or you watch in a week or you don't watch. This is something that I have to do for you. So here, I'm going to back up from yesterday's reading. Lucy said I didn't look good. I looked like I was distressed. Well, yeah, I'm going to have my eye surgery tomorrow. I'm not thrilled about it. All right, but I'm fine. You hear me? I'm fine, and all of you, I thank you. And I'm going to be just fine because God will not take me until we've completed the big mission. All right. I said I'm going to start again. Then we are going to read this through. The 11 years we lived in Houston were bittersweet as we continued to bring out the best and the worst in each other. This is a little bit from yesterday. We knew we shouldn't be together, but we didn't want to be apart. Our marriage had become a complicated, codependent relationship, a bond deception, dishonesty, and distrust. Those are 3 great D's. Our marriage based on deception, dishonesty, and distrust. So whose isn't? We were enmeshed in each other's lives, caught up in a catch-22. You were leading a secretive double life, and were having numerous sexual relationships with different men. However, you were an established doctor with a successful counseling practice and management company, and I liked that. We were active members in our community and in a synagogue. I wasn't working any longer, and my life was a beautiful picture, and it was the perfect picture of a successful doctor's wife, as so it appeared. When I put on my makeup and flashed my $1 million smile, no one would ever doubt the lies and half-truths I told, and I was good at it. I'm a great secret keeper. In an attempt to cover up my anger and growing resentment toward you and my life, I told off-color sexual jokes. I became brutally sarcastic and enjoyed making cutting wisecracks, and I was good at it. I'd find your weak spot, and I'd love to dig it in. That was just me. Not happy, but you can't take it out on others. Here we start now. When I first heard about AIDS in 1981, I knew someday you would need me more than ever, and God certainly told me that. For me now, it didn't matter how difficult or agonizing my marriage might become. I had to accept your homosexual affairs under any condition. However, I set one condition up for myself. I made a decision to abstain from having a sexual relationship with you in order to protect myself from possible HIV infection. When we moved to Boca in 1985, I thought there was a chance you might change, since most of your lovers in Houston had died or were HIV positive. Though you knew the AIDS epidemic had become a frightening and real possibility in our life, you were whom you were, and you were never going to change. I told you again, don't try to change someone. It's not. People don't change unless they want to change. It's the way it is. You can't fight it. You get older and you realize I can't change you. You have enough time going through the changes yourself. When you went out of town on business, it was understood that you were having sex with different men. Alone in my bed at night, I would say over and over again, quote, Jeff, I prayed to God, quote, Jeff, you must be careful. You know you are at risk. You were promiscuous for years. Why are you killing yourself, end quote. Hello, my darling Wendy. I was desperately afraid, but couldn't tell anybody that my husband was gay and could possibly contract AIDS. I kept a secret for a very, very long time. I kept secrets about our marriage, my pregnancy, and the miscarriage. But this secret was the most frightening one because I feared for my husband's life. I continued to respect your wishes to keep your secret and our private life private, but I desperately needed to tell someone the truth. You can only keep a secret so long. It manifests, and you don't know how it's going to manifest, but it will. All my years of denial and rationalizing had finally caught up with me, and the lies had eaten at me like a cancer. I was becoming despondent, depressed, and I was on the verge of a collapse. I wanted to scream, quote, I'm not who you think I am. The person you see is someone else. I can't keep these secrets inside me any longer. They were eating me up to the core. The secrets you keep, write them out, talk them out, yell them out, but please, after a while, don't keep them in. On June 19th, 1992, along with your illness, came the truth about our life together. Family, friends, and colleagues had to be told that you had AIDS. We had to be honest with everyone about everything for the first time, because we would not be able to keep our secrets any longer. Your illness forced us to confront our worst fears and address the issues we were afraid to talk about before. The time had finally come for me to purge 23 years of deception and lies. The disease had given me permission to let go and allow my healing process to begin. I had brought many of my previous deep-seated frustrations and unresolved personal conflicts into the relationship. I didn't like myself but I didn't know any other way to handle my frustrations. It was so much easier to blame you for my problems, and I looked for any excuse to avoid facing the truth about myself. Now I had to come face to face with my past and realize that it was my own inadequacies and weaknesses I didn't like. Blaming you for getting ill or hating your sexual partners and your bisexuality would not change anything. This took a long time. I was in self-analysis with myself. My writing was my self-analysis. But keeping secrets will kill you. They eat you up. So many people keep secrets, and if there's anything I want to tell you, find someone. Find someone that you can really talk to. They have to listen, and if they can't and they don't want to, or you can't share with that person, there are people out there who are going through what you're going through. The problems in our marriage, the issues of bisexuality, and how the pressures of a serious illness made us continue to say things and respond to situations like never before. You're tested. You're going to say things you've never said before, done things you never did before, and pushed to limits you've never done before. The challenge of this difficult time made the good things better between us and the bad things worse. The frustration and fear we felt now brought out both our strengths. Definitely. The frustration and fear we felt now brought out both our strengths and our weaknesses. But AIDS was the source of our pain, and we couldn't allow the disease to destroy our relationship. We learned to take out our frustrations. We learned to take our frustrations out on the disease and not each other. We accepted the fact that a long-term illness under these conditions would be overwhelming for both of us. The demands during this time were going to be more than we ever expected. I remember saying to you one day, quote, "If life isn't perfect, why do we have to be?" End quote. Think about it. Life's not perfect. People aren't perfect. Why did I try so hard to be perfect? And why did Jeff try to be so perfect? The demands during this time were going to be more than ever than we expected. I remember saying to you one day, quote, "If life isn't perfect, why do we have to be?" End quote. We strengthened our bond in marriage and in friendship because we were finally open and honest about our life. Now I am much kinder at times to myself and understand that blaming life for my problems didn't accomplish anything. I had to grow up and become responsible for my actions. How was that to say when I was 48, 50, 60, my 70s? I am responsible for my actions, no one else. If you have a problem with someone, talk to them. But I had problems, and I couldn't blame them on him or you. I buried my anger, rage, guilt, and blame along with you. I became a woman I could respect, and the person you trusted with your life, and he did. He trusted me with his life, and that is the ultimate ultimate gift that somebody can say, I trust you with my life. There were many times after you died when I asked myself the same questions I'd asked of you for 25 years. Quote, why did I stay with you? Why didn't I have the courage to get out? Why wouldn't I have had the love I'd always wanted? Why was I weak? End quote. My answers were always the same as yours. I never left because I loved you. We made our marriage what we wanted it to be. Quote, till death do us part. End quote. From a deadly disease would be the only way our passionate 25-year bond would end. Though I'm reading my book, we're going to do chapter 21 on Thursday, Coping with Frustration and Fear. That should get a few people to watch. I will only say that if you're going to get through life, your secrets won't help you. And friends will walk away. Friends sometimes are not the most understanding. They have their own life. They have their own agenda. And you can't depend on it. Eventually, you is the eye I'm going to have the surgery on and have this cyst removed. Look like a raccoon from hot packing it all the time. You are exactly, at some point, the life you made the choices to get. I don't live with any regrets now, except I wish you'd lived longer. But can't have that. All these years later, that's the only regret. I wish he was around longer. So, I'm not in self-analysis for you. I'm not your therapist. I say write your stuff out. Many therapists have not, I understood, told a few people that. It took a little old lady in Boca, talking into her phone to say the first words out of her mouth. Right. We have finished chapter 20. I would suggest you go back through those 2 readings and learn a lot about myself and why I was so upset with so much. It had nothing to do in many ways with Jeff in the beginning. I mean, it was Jeff's issue with bisexuality. But for me, I had to get out of my own self. I was not happy. So, hi Lisa. And who else do we have here? Kirsty and Wendy. So, I did read. I'm going to delete the thing where it says I won't. Suck it up, the show must go on. And just wish me luck tomorrow. I will not be on tomorrow. I am not going to go here with a patch on my eye. Not going to happen. But I hope you have understood this reading. The last couple chapters, 21, 2, 3, and 4, are going to get a little heavy. If this book... Has this book been light enough? Is this a fairy tale you read to your kids at night? No. But it's a true story. True stories, they're looking for true stories out there. All I need is one person to say the lady's got a great story. So, my darlings, go to SusanMintz.com and read whatever you want to read. Go to my YouTube channel. I think one person did it. Not about numbers. I know I'm reaching some of you. So God bless you. And I just so appreciate everything. Wish me luck tomorrow. And I'm going to be fine. It's not a big deal. So just go through some of the readings, and later on you might feel differently than you do now. So I will say shalom, hello, shalom, goodbye, And shalom, peace. Be kind, kinder. Be patient, more patient. And call someone and tell them you love them before it's too late. I hope you understood where I was coming from today. At first, I did not want to do it. And then the Spirit came over me and said, no, get on that little phone and finish up that chapter and talk to people. Because you do not know who's at the other end for real and who's listening. So I will say goodbye and thank you all so much. Wish me luck tomorrow, and I'll be back on Thursday. This gives you a chance to get caught up. I know it's been a lot reading every day, and some of you don't go on, and some of you wait, and it's okay. You don't have to. It's a book. You read a book at your leisure, and you get out of it exactly what you want. Shalom. I'm sorry I'm off schedule. That bothers me, but that's how it is. Shalom. God bless you, and I'll hit finish.